So it seems pretty popular today with walkers.
Off-road all the way to Lincoln.
Yeah. So we might have a few walkers to contend with, but no traffic. So it'll be a great way to ride to Lincoln. So we're just coming up to some sculptures of sheep. How about that? There you go. Metal sheep. So we're back on the water railway alongside the River Witham now. I was just saying to Roy, it's really nice that it's tarmacked. I think there's a section ahead of us that is not, but in the main it is all tarmac. So even in the winter it's still a really nice route. So whilst we're riding along in this glorious sunshine that looks good, we spent, I don't think we're above freezing yet, are we?
No, we're still minus, I think -1/2.
-1/2, so yeah, still pretty cold. But it will be a good time to talk about what to wear in the cold, because it is flipping cold. So Roy, what do you wear differently when it is as cold as this for long rides?
Right, well, I've got lacy underwear on. No, that's only weekends.
Yeah, Fridays as well, isn't it?
I forgot it's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually got I've got a base layer thermal.
Yep.
And then I've got a summer cycling jacket, and then I've got my pristine little $12.99 jacket
with your vented elbow.
With a vented elbow now.
Yeah.
The jacket is really too warm for anything above freezing, because you sweat a lot in it, but today it's wonderful. I'm really pleased I've got it. And then, I mean, I've just got the normal bib tights on, nothing else.
Yeah.
But the other thing I've done today, I've cut a piece of a foil space blanket off, and I've actually made an insole for under my insole, just to provide a bit of insulation. Yeah. Because I think where the cleats come through the bottom of the shoe, they can transmit cold. Yeah, you definitely get a bit, well, you get moisture as well, I've found sometimes. Yeah. And then I've got actually my fetching balaclava. Yeah. Which I haven't actually had out since the last bank job I did. So yeah, so I'm nice and toasty. The other thing to worth mentioning, I've got these I got from Planet X, these crab gloves. Yeah, they're quite nice mitts, because the fingers just separate to two separate fingers. I've got a pair of gloves underneath, and I've actually put some latex gloves under that. Yeah, I noticed you had latex on when we stopped. Yeah. I think that definitely because I thought helps, doesn't it? I thought it was a weekend, I put the latex on. But, yeah. So for me, I'm wearing I've got a base layer, Megmeister base layer, winter base layer, long sleeve, and on top of that I've got quite a thick sort of mid layer, and then I've got a Castelli Perfetto and a Rafa gilet. And my body is pretty warm really. My toes were starting to get a little bit cold. I've got specialised defroster boots, which of course you've seen before if you're a regular viewer. But when we had a little walk after Roy's tumble, my toes got worn back up again, so which was quite good. And it's just a circulation thing, isn't it? And I've got some Enduro winter bib shorts on it. And I've got a second layer underneath those, just of some regular cycling shorts. So that just helps keep my thighs, I suppose, a double layer on my thighs, because I do, if I feel cold anywhere, it tends to be my toes and my thighs for some reason. But it's certainly working so far, Roy. It is for me, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm not warm, but I'm certainly not cold.
I'm certainly warmer than I was earlier.
Yeah.
when it was -4.5.
Yeah, that was quite cold, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we're 63 miles in now. We've gone past Bardney and we're now on the water railway. I think about 8 miles from Lincoln, 7-8 miles from Lincoln. We've actually got water on both sides of us. I think that side is navigable in a boat, that side isn't. It's not getting any warmer, it's now starting to get cold again. Minus 0.5, Roy?
Yep. No.
No.
Minus 1.8.
Ooh, minus 1.8. Ooh. I think this would be a great place to be on a very warm summer's day. We've got a very slight headwind now. So we think the plan is to grab another drink and maybe something else to eat warm in Lincoln. We're trying to avoid having to do too much in the dark at the end of the ride if it is really cold. Obviously this morning we could see the ice on the road, so that wasn't so bad, but we want to try to minimise how much of that we've got to do when it's dark. We're definitely going to be coming home in the dark, that's for sure. It's just a case of, I guess, how dark. You can't quite see it now, but just in front of me, we just saw a moment ago, very much in the distance, we could just see Lincoln Cathedral. A camera definitely wouldn't pick it up, but it is there, which is quite nice to see. I don't think we're going to ride up to it though. Not in the middle of this ride. So this is now 63 miles, which is equal to my longest ride of the year, and we've still got 37 to go. The other thing I've not mentioned, my 5,000 miles target, I should hit for the year 2 miles from the end of this ride, assuming we do 100 exactly. So this morning when I left I had 98 miles to go. I shall just scrape into my annual target. They look a bit like the War of the Worlds. It's cold now, it's definitely cold. It's definitely cold. All the puddles that are along here are now starting to freeze again. Temperature's definitely dropping. So Roy's gator skins have sprung a puncture. How about that then, Roy?
Yeah, not good.
No, could do without it. So we're almost at the end of this section. So I'm just going to push up here or walk up here, and I think it could be a bit easier to find somewhere to put the bike down to fix it. It's like a walk of shame, isn't it?
It is.
So this is what you really don't want when it's like -2 degrees and you're 65 miles in to a 100-mile ride. Is that not right, Roy?
Definitely. And you definitely don't want to be filmed while you're doing it.
No, we wouldn't revel in this at all, would we?
No, of course you wouldn't.
No, because you wouldn't film me, would you?
Yeah.
Well, that became eventful. Been wild away about an hour. It's getting well dark now. We've always got gator skin tyres on, and it was ridiculously tight on the wheel. We just could not get it off. And the spare tyre just went straight down. Spare wheel, tube, sorry. Spare tube just went straight down. So we ended up having to fix the puncture in the original tube, but then the tyre bit took forever to get off. We just could not get it back on. It took forever. I say, I think it is about an hour we've been there fixing that puncture, but fortunately we're on the way again. But it is oh shit. But it is going to put us back a little bit now. Just went to check me the mileage. I've just stupidly finished the ride. Would you believe it? Finished it at 67. Oh. So I've had to start it again. Oh, tedious, isn't it? It's becoming an epic adventure, I feel. So we've still got 35 miles to go, and it is 5 to 4. We left at 8 this morning. Oh dear. You can see us calling for the team car yet. Oh. Anyway, I should keep you informed. So we're just losing the last of the light now. I think the GoPro actually is making it look a little bit lighter than it is. We've just gone 4 o'clock and we're coming into Lincoln. We're going to try and have a quick sausage roll stop, I think. Yep.
Next time you see a bin, just pull it. You know,
a bin, yeah. So that way. Fish shop, yeah? Should I stop there?
Yeah.
Roy spied the fish and chip shop. He didn't need asking twice. Fish and chips it is. So the fish and chip shop was a no-no. Only took cash, can you believe that? And we didn't like the look of them. We didn't like the cut of their jib. So we're giving it a miss. We swerved it. So we're off now in search of somewhere else. We'll be alright after this, Roy.
Oh, we will. Right.
So, I'm going to interject here. By the time we'd eaten our fish and chips, it was very dark. It was getting late and it was really icy. We'd actually ridden along a cycle path and it was just ice everywhere. You know when it sparkles? And I just wanted to get home, and what I didn't actually record from this point on was the fact that my main front light, the battery pack for it, had failed. So I had no main light. I had to switch on like a secondary headlight. I was a bit grumpy because I'd lost my long ride, had to start again. I then realised that actually I wasn't going to get home on the Wahoo charge, so that was going to go flat. And to add insult to injury, I hadn't realised, but my back light had actually been on the whole day, and that was about to run out of power. So luckily I had a second one, which is a good lesson. Always carry a second one on a long ride. Carry a spare backup light for sure. So from here on in, all the way back from Lincoln, we got progressively slower. We were both very, very cold, very, very tired, and it was a long ride back. It's open countryside, it's not a main road, and yeah, it was a long ride back. Eventually we got back to about 7:30, and I'll just drop you back to the video where we say goodbye. But shortly after this, when I was at home running a bath, getting in it to get warm, I got a message from Roy, and he'd just been knocked off. So after this epic adventure, where we've been out from 8 o'clock in the morning until, well, in Roy's case, 8 o'clock at night, he found himself laying in the road, having been sideswiped by a car. The lady was very apologetic, but eventually he got home. He's got even more holes in his jacket now and his bib tights. He's okay, it was just a bit bruised. So that was how it ended for Roy. Back to the video. Nearly home, end of 100 miles.
And I'm glad.
That was quite an epic.
Yeah, 99.28.
99.28.
So that'll be about 103 when I get home.
Yeah. So I've run out of battery power in my Wahoo. One of my rear lights have failed, but luckily I've got two. We've had Roy's.
In my legs.
Yeah. Today's you needed an e-bike.
Wouldn't have made it.
No. Well, with the range extender. So anyway, it was an epic 100 miles. Only one I've done this year. It's your 4th this year? Fourth. So on that bombshell, we'll say goodbye and see you again in a few days' time.
Bye.
Bye. GoPro, stop recording.